Hello everyone, I'm Sharon Laakkonen. I'm going to be here today with Live with Prima. I have the camera on the Christmas spread. This is in my Breathe planner by Prima. I love this one. It's so cute. It almost looks like little snowflakes coming down. And the black one would be really cute for winter with the white irregular dots. It really would look like snow. The camera's not on me today. I've been sick and I am whiter than this planner right now, so we'll just keep it on this and it'll all work out. So if you have never been to Live with Prima before, I just want to welcome you. We do Ustream shows and we'll teach projects from start to finish. We cover all kinds of projects from stamping and mixed media to watercolor planners, everything you can imagine. So let us know what you like to see on the shows and on our videos. And Carrie's our coordinator and she's on the chat moderating. So if you do come over live, you get to interact with all of us, ask questions, and it's really fun. Okay, so this is my Naughty or Nice Christmas spread. And this is just 2 pages in my planner. I've clipped it just so you know where I am. But it really is right in my planner. It has different elements in here, and what I'm going to do right now is, okay, so I want to make sure our sound is working okay before I get going on this. We have a couple people saying the sound doesn't work. Are we good? Okay. Check your volume. Sometimes it's X'd out. Okay, so what I did is I just took pages in my planner and created pockets and then filled these pockets up. So I'm going to take all my little cards out and you'll see how it's much more simple when it's not so busy inside here. Okay, and I did have a little ephemera. I need to stick this back in. I had glued it, but I think it popped off. So this is one side, and it doesn't look so busy and scary now, does it? And then the other side, I have a lot of cards. There's one for each child. So mine's really full, but how fun would this be for any of your Christmas shopping, your menu planning, card exchange? I mean, you could do so much with this idea. So I just want to make sure we're staying in focus. Sometimes my camera just wants to go a little bonkers. We'll make sure. Oh, and I just have to show this. This is something that I made this summer when, there we go, there's the focus, when Sweet Peppermint first came out in our Christmas trims. And this was just seriously a $2 or $3 piece from either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. And I decorated it, and it has a little card in here that you can pop out if you want. This really does work. So I keep it by my planner. It's very festive and fun. And we'll be playing with some of these elements today. But, of course, you know, the paper lines are beautiful. This is Sweet Peppermint by Frank Garcia. It's gorgeous. And it works for so many different types of projects. Okay, are we still having problems or are we good, you guys? I'm going to keep going. So what I'm going to do is I've taken out the December tab and just a blank page from another planner so that I can repeat and show you from start to finish. So we're going to go, and I know sometimes this screen does not like an all white background like this, so let me get some pattern paper in here too. So I have a divider page and then just a blank one. Okay, so we're going to start with the Prima papers, and I'm using the side B for some of these. These are the 3 main papers I'm going to use. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I have Oh So Merry, and this one, be careful. We only need to trim that much out of it. So what I would do is figure out which cards you like the best and then move this around so you can save the ones you want. Okay, so I actually put mine up here and it's almost a perfect fit. You would think it was made for this. Almost. It's really good. So you can save at least 2/3 of the cards. This one is another paper. I used a lot of these and just cut the cards up. This is the most wonderful time of the year. And the back is absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that fun? And the last one is this crazy peppermint stripe. It's one of my favorites. I love this one. And the other side, look how vintage and cool it is. And I'm really hoping, let me come up close, we can catch some of that foil. I'm not sure if my camera's going to get it. So the 12 by 12 sheets have foil accents on them. Are we doing okay there? Now this one's called No Peeking. And I did use the ephemera pack, but I just wanted to point out, if you didn't have it, you could cut this cute little Santa out instead of the ephemera piece that I used. So you would just save that part. Don't cut on that part when you take your planner page. So just plan ahead a little bit. And that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to take, so my right side is with the mint, which was this one right here. So I'm going to do it like this. Just so you're not cutting the wrong side, I'm not cutting the tab. So I am just going to put this face down and mark it and then trim it. And it's super easy. Seriously, just 2 cuts with your trimmer. You can mark it and be very accurate. I probably should do that for you guys. I really just use the little fingernail punch. You know how you mark it with your fingernail normally? But since I'm trying to be more official here, I'll do actual marks on my page. All right. So we're going to just go in here. And I did say it goes a little bit outside of that card, but you're going to be able to save most of these. And then just about down to there. We'll cut the other one. So I know Christmas time is crazy for everybody, and I really need help staying organized. So that was the method, the thinking behind this whole planner spread. I like to do a pocket for each month that I do, and then I can insert cards and different things in there to kind of help me out. Okay, I lost my other card. I know it's under here somewhere, right? There we go. Same thing on this one. Okay, which way? I think I want my stripes going like this so they go up. So I'm going to go ahead and put this. It's going to cover this side of it. So it's a 2-page spread. So this side's going to go down. Now, which side do I not want to use? This is the hard part, figuring out where you're going to put it. Okay, we'll do this corner. Again, it's just 2 simple cuts. Just like that. Now, the planner is an A5, but you can see how you can adjust this project to fit any size planner that you have. Of course, the Prima planners are gorgeous, so I'm eyeballing this second cut over here. And they're shipping right now. I gotta tell you, the Breathe one, oh, they're all gorgeous. I now have all 4 of them because I just have to. But they're all so fun, and they're all beautiful. Each one has things that I have to find myself wanting. So let's go like this. Now, if you cut it a little bit too big, which I think I did it with this one, it's totally okay. You can just trim it off later. So we're going to go ahead and glue these 2 down. And I'm using the planner glue pen. So let's go up. These are amazing. They now have 3 packs. So I'm not kidding. I wouldn't tell you girls and guys if I didn't really believe in it. This one is amazing. So you're going to need to get some of these. They come in different colors, and then you just use it and it dries clear. So I think there's 5 colors plus a clear. And just smush it on like that. Now, normally I'm working on, okay, which way was I going? This way. Normally I'm working on a mat, but it really messes up my camera, so I'm really trying to keep my workspace nice and tidy here. I actually have a fabric tablecloth. I felt like we needed to be a bit more festive today. So here is another glue pen. Don't look at what you're covering up. And if you're going to do that, you need to get multiples of this paper so you don't mind using both sides. I know how that can be. As a paper crafter, when both sides are so cute, you just sit there and it's so hard to cover that other stuff up, right? Okay, so at this point you would trim if you went over a little bit. I'm actually just going to leave it and move on. So you want a hole punch. This is super easy. Just keep punching as you layer. I punch upside down so I can see it better. See exactly where the punch is going in. Instead of punching like that, I feel like I can't really see where this is going. But when you're making pockets, you're going to have multiple layers, and if you forget to punch, it can get kind of thick and hard to punch. So just try to remember every time you layer, get those holes exposed again, so you don't have a workout trying to punch the holes at the end. All right. Well, this is supposed to catch it, but obviously they're going right through. Lovely hole punch. Okay, so you know what? I did it wrong, didn't I? Did I? Oh, no, here we go. Panic moment averted. It wouldn't be past me today to do something like that. It's just been one of those days. Okay, so now we're going to start the pockets, and they're about 4 inches up. And this is where you really can be creative. Use your paper scraps for pockets. So I'm going to use these that I already cut, and I know I want to save some of this. So I think what I'm going to do is use this section right here, because I really, really want to save some of these cards. These are so cute. No peeking. Oh, so merry. They're gorgeous. Okay, so I think this was almost exactly over there, so I should have just cut that the whole way down. What was I doing? Marking it and being so careful. Let's just do that right now. Is that right? I feel like I'm really off with this trimmer today. You guys are being so patient. Thank you. So I know I can use this piece right here for the pocket on this side. And then I will layer it. I don't want red, do I? No, I don't think I want red, but I can use some of this vintage, the vintage side. So, well, I want to save Santa, and I know my design's going to go sideways a little bit, but that's okay. Maybe I'll cut this part right here. So again, you're just using 4 inches and then the width of your planner. That's going to be a little bit short because, yeah, so we'll use this one right here. So this is going to be super cute over on this side. And I talked about fingernailing instead of pens. That's how you do it right there. Run your fingernail, and then you can feel the indentation, and you just, well, if you remember where it is, you can feel it and just line it up right there. We'll trim this little paper strip off of the bottom. Right, this is pretty rough right here. We're just lining it up to see what we think for how it looks. And you know what? I know I need to trim that paper strip, but I want to add some of this polka dot paper in here. So how did I do that? I just added a little strip over here. So again, you're going to have to decide which row of cards you aren't going to use. Oh my gosh, this is too hard. It's really too hard. Which ones? I already used some of these, so it'd be fun to kind of mix it up a little bit. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to use the top row. This is way too hard. This is why you need multiples of this paper. It's super cute. Okay, we'll just cut one off to use for the pocket, and you have all the rest. So 8 more over here that we'll use later. So from this, we're going to make a double pocket. And I know it looks a little weird the way it is. Let's go ahead and trim this one to the width of your planner. Fingernailing. Yeah, someone's saying I have a new crafting term. Who else does that? I cannot be the only one. Or else you eyeball it, right? Okay, so I have a little bit of this left for both sides, and that's the cool part. We're just using paper scraps. We're gonna have fun. I'm pulling out one of my favorite tools ever. Carrie's gonna laugh at me. My pinking shears. Now this is a fun time to go in and use your edge punchers too, or your decorative scissors. I love the finish that you get from these. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I went vintage on this side too. So the pockets are about 4 inches up. So I'm just kind of setting this to make sure they're equal. You don't want one pocket higher than the other. So I am going to trim this one. Look, I'm going to have to fingernail again. That one was a little bit too high. So we're just creating these adorable little pockets that you can stick all kinds of fun stuff in. And think about this for other months too. It's not just for Christmas. I mean, you could do this. Well, I do this every month in my planner because I always have stuff to stick in there that I need to keep track of and I don't want to lose. So I have, oh, I did that one a little bit short, but we'll make it work. I think this whole page was a little bit wider than it was supposed to be. We can trim that later. So we have that set and we have this side set, and we want to come in with the vintage paper and do just a little bit on each side. So I think if I cut it in half, let's do that. So what I'm actually doing is creating a double pocket. So I'm using the pattern paper, and then I'm going in with, and here, this one I'm eyeballing, creating a double pocket. And I'm really trying to save paper here, and just to show you different ways to use it. But don't worry about that. You go ahead and use the paper scraps you have. And now, so I have 2 pockets, but this one's a little taller than I want, but that's okay because you're going to use your edge punch or your pinking shears on it. So for this one, I'll go ahead and use my edge punch since I used the pinking shears on the other one. So this one looks a little bit different. And this is just so fun. Get out your tools that you've had and reuse them. I hope this thing does not break in the middle of my show. Wouldn't that just be typical? Now, how cute is that with the little shape on there? I don't know if I should zoom in a little bit with my camera so you can see the design better. Look at that. It's adorable like that. Just something extra fun. Okay, let's go ahead and do it on this side, and then we'll see how thick the pockets are to see if we need to trim any more off the bottom. But I want to give myself a little bit extra on the bottom just in case. The punch, you never know which punch you're using, how much it's going to actually take off of your pocket. Now for these, I did make these kind of skimpy, didn't I? I really needed those taller. I don't know what I was thinking. I can just cut some more. I have that whole sheet of paper. And let me just, well, I think we'll go with it. I think we'll do it like this. It's okay. We're going to make it work. Who cares how tall the pocket is? Okay, so we have our 2 pockets, and what we want to do is glue these on first and hole punch. Remember that punching every step of the way thing? all we're going to do is glue 3 sides. It's so easy. Make sure you get enough glue on there, and thick enough. Artisan tape works beautifully for this too, and I should have said that, and I should have pulled it out, because the more stuff you put in your pockets, of course, the tougher you need these seams to hold up. Now, here's a little hint, because I know I'm going to be sticking cards in here. You don't want it to dry totally flat, or else you won't be able to stick a lot in there. So I always put in some paper scraps while it's drying, so that I get the right, it can hold stuff then, so the pocket's a little bit better formed. All right, so while that's drying, let's go ahead and do this side. Same thing, just glue on 3 sides. Stick that on here. This is the one that's a little bit off because I didn't trim my paper down like I normally would have, so it was a perfect fit. I'm grabbing cards I've already done, but you could just grab any paper scraps you have for this, and then hold that down. Okay, so we're ready for the next set of the pocket that goes on top, which I stuck in the pockets. Okay, so these are really cute too, and you can decide where you want them. I think I want that over there, and then this one over here. And again, oh, I need to punch my holes. Remember, every step. Guess how I learned this? The hard way. Oh, that's why I think my little flapper broke, so that's why it's not holding those, every little circle in there. I make sure I'm not punching through anything else right here, which I totally was. All right, so those are ready to go, and we are ready for our next set of pockets. At this point, you could totally decorate this. I just love the dual pocket thing. It's extra layers. Ooh, this one could totally be striped. Oh, there's so many fun ideas. Okay, so this one, I did cut it kind of short, and I may just cheat on this one and leave it straight, but otherwise I would totally go in with the pinking shears, so you get a really cute decorative edge on there. But since I like mismeasured this, you know what? Yes, I did totally mismeasure, and I punched part of the hole. I'm really batting well today, aren't I? Straight out of the park, home runs. This is why you don't get your paper in the way when you're punching holes, because then your hole's going to be in the wrong spot. But we can totally cover that up. You could run washi tape up here right now. How cute would that be? This one I'm not going to stick any cards in while it dries, just because it's not going to hold as many of the cards as the big pocket will. But go ahead and punch your holes again. All right, now we are going to, this is where it gets really tough. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. It should only be one thickness. Probably misaligned my hole punch. All right, are you guys ready to decorate? This is super easy at this point. Okay, so what we're going to do now is pull out some really fun stuff. Not that this wasn't fun, but even more fun stuff. So washi tape. This washi tape's amazing for pockets. I have a whole bowl of this, and I actually might shake this one up a little bit from my other one. I'm going to let you guys decide, and then I probably won't see your answers. I'm not ignoring you. I found this really cute striped. Look at that. It matches this so well, which I thought was so cute. You could pull that in. But there's gold and polka dot, really cute washi tape out there. So, oh, look at that glitter. You gotta decide what you guys like. I'm not going with gold because I'm actually pulling out the silver foil on this one. See that silver foil? Let me see if I can get a zoom in on this one. remember the 12 by 12 paper is foiled, so you get that really fun foil on your sheets. So we want to go ahead and stick with silver and not do the gold. Okay, I'm going to stick with this one then. I didn't see anybody saying pull out anything else, but washi tape, you need some. Okay, so what we're going to do is run this, and here we want to keep our planner pages lined up, but I would put a little gap between them, and I'll show you why in a second. Well, should I tape them at the same time? I won't. You can tape these at the same time, run it across, and then clip it in the middle. But I'm not going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to eyeball it and do this one by one. If you're worried about this, whoops, wrong scissors. If you're worried about that going crooked, you can set this on a mat that has the measurements and line up your pages with the measurements so that your tape is lined up on both sides. That sounds complicated, but when you're running anything little like that, you can easily go downhill or uphill. And then it kind of messes it all up. Okay, so then let's do this one. I am actually just lining up with the top of the paper. It should work, right? Theoretically, if I cut straight. I'll get this over on the back side and trim that off. Oh my gosh, I have those things stuck all over. And then we'll trim this side off. I think that tape adds so much. I don't know where I got the tape, so don't ask me where. I don't know. It was a big box store, I'm pretty sure. You can find stripe tape almost anywhere. Okay, so we have that part done, and now we're going to pull in some Prima ribbon. So let me find that dazzly stuff. So this is Prima trim, and it's St. Nick, and it's super glittery. Oh my goodness. Sparkle and shine. And all I'm going to do is run this in and add a little bit of sparkle to the pages. And I think I am switching this one up a little bit from my other one, but that's okay. So for that, let me try it with the glue pen. I actually haven't tried fabric, but I normally use a fabric glue, so I'm a little afraid to do that. But artisan tape would work beautifully with that, right? I think I might just pull out the Fabri-Tac for this. I'm getting chicken here. I just want it to stick, and a fabric glue would be best, of course. So I'm pulling out Fabri-Tac. I really don't use this as much as I used to. I've been using my planner glue pen so much that I really just saved this now for flowers and some of the stickier things like this. So I kind of want that to sit still. I'll trim it a little bit. Oh, come on. Make sure it's straight still. And then do the other side real quick. I was going to put the glue on the paper, but I think just to make sure I got it lined up correctly, I'll put it straight on the ribbon and then set it to match this one. There we go. Just waiting for the glue to come down. This is where hot glue would be so much faster. All right. This way I can line my ribbon up perfectly with the other side. There we go. And let that dry. And then, you know what, we're going to adorn this a little bit, and then we are ready to start making those cards and fill this up. And I have so many fun ideas for this. That should only take a second to dry. Actually, let's foil. You want to foil first? I think we should foil right now. I did it at the end last time, but I'm thinking we need to foil first because it is a blast. Okay, you guys want to foil? Yes, we do. Okay, if I didn't get these straight, now is the time to wiggle a little bit, but they look pretty good. You know what I did on my my original, I was cutting the ribbon while it was still wet, and then they didn't line up. So I learned. That's how we learn how to fix these things. Alright, so trim off the edges. Make sure it's dry, otherwise you could end up with me and messing it up a little bit. But isn't that ribbon adorable on there? There's also a sequin trim that Prima came out with, and they have like 4 different Christmas trims that are pretty new. Alright, that will not trim. My scissors is really sticky from the glue. There we go. Let's call it good. Let's do a little foiling. This is probably one of my favorite things. If you've seen it before, just pretend it's new. I do it a lot now. I've been finding different ways to add our Prima foils onto projects without using a tool or heat. And we have these rub-on foils. They come with 6 sheets. This is one of the Christmas ones, which I think would be really cute, but I'm going to use silver just to match the paper. So what I would do is just cut a sheet or so. Just cut a piece off. It's okay. You can see I've used this one. That's great. Because if you accidentally get too much glue on, it's not going to put big blotches of this on where the glue got put. So what I'm doing is I am putting the adhesive glue pen on these edges, a little bit thicker on the top. And then I'm going to go take my foil and just rub it on here. Now, see what I said about big glops? But because I'm using a piece that's been used a lot, it's going to look even more distressed and random. So what I want to do is just have a workspace here, so I'm not holding this. And you want to put your foil down a couple times. If you missed a spot with the foil, you don't want sticky adhesive showing through. If you're using a brand new sheet, you won't have that issue. So just pat the foil until everything is not sticky. And let me zoom in and just show you what it did. I'm trying to catch the light. See that? It's a great way to add foil to your pages. Let's get it back in focus again. Okay, there we go. Without any tools. So you want to go ahead and carry that on around your page and really put it as thick or as thin as you like. This is totally up to you, and you can use any color foil. Green would be so cute. Red would be adorable. And then just go and pat it in. Make sure you don't have any sticky left. Okay, so if I had thought ahead of time, I could have also foiled this little pocket. But don't fear. Many of us that do scrapbooking, we always think of this after the thought, right? I'm just going to take a scratch piece of paper and we're going to do it. Oops. Seriously, it's going to be one of those days. I'm just cracking up at myself today. We're allowed to change our mind, right? I wasn't sure I wanted it on there before, but look at that. So now everything is foiled and sparkly on this side, and we're going to jump ahead to the other side and do that one. Okay. And we'll use this side as the background. I really need my work mat, but it makes my camera so funky. So I'm going to try it. Is the camera better today? It like constantly is zooming in and out, and it's just hard to watch. Oh, I love it. I got a big chunk up at the top. So this is a great tip for foiling on the edges of things, but don't forget Christine Adolph has rub-ons, and that's what works with this foil beautifully. And she has Christmas ones which are so gorgeous. Let's do that pocket, since I kind of forgot to do it before I glued this all on. I'm going to go ahead to the newer piece. This other one has hardly any silver left on it. You can see this is fail proof, right? I am really just slapping it on here and it's working. God, I keep doing to the wrong side of my glue stick. All right, we're just going to finish up the pocket and then we'll set the foiling aside because we can also foil on our cards. So we are going to want to pull that out again later. Now, did you think about that? Those cute little cards adding foil on the edges. Oh my gosh. See, I am really getting messy here because I know this is like a fail-proof technique. So I'm not even careful anymore. It just works. Look at this. Kids could do this. It's so fun. And it's very distressed, scattered looking. Of course, you could do a much neater edge if you wanted to. But I just want to catch some of the foiling on the edges to show you that. Okay. How cool is that? All right. So let's go ahead and start making the cards for our 2 pages. All right. We're going to set the foil aside. We'll bring that back later when we're working on our cards. So the first thing is this one is going to make 8 cards. So I don't know how many cards you need, but you're going to want more than you think because you'll start thinking of new lists that you want to do. So I have 7 children, and then I have grandchildren, and then some of my children are married, so we have spouses. So I need a lot of lists, but you know what I found out is then I wanted a list for the menu. I wanted a list for other things I had to get, like wrapping paper, scotch tape, all those things, Christmas stamps, cards, who I need to mail them out to, if I ever get around to that, all kinds of that stuff. And it'd be really cool to just have that list in these pockets, and then you grab them on your way out the door, throw them in your purse, and you got everybody's name and a complete list of what you checked off that you bought them in case you forget things. Or their wish list. You could have those put on here too. That would be super cute. So my boys write wish lists, and they put 4 things on their Christmas list this year, the 2 youngest ones. And it's really difficult because there are all of us buying for these boys, and they have 4 things on their list. All right, so here we go. Look at all of these. No peeking. That one's really foiled. You know, the other thing you can do is if you don't want to use the paper for this, there are cards in the Sweet Peppermint collection, the 3x4 cards. They're super cute. And these are gorgeous in there. Okay, the reason I didn't use them is because I already had to cut pockets and stuff, so I had leftover paper. And these have foiling. So think of that. All right, so what I'm going to do, I have this whole stack of cards. I'm going to start putting shopping lists on the back of some of them. So we have our planner lists. Let me just get one out here. These are different foiled, colorable notes. Let me zoom in just a little bit more here. Try to get that in focus. Oh, come on. Okay, is it working? It feels like my focus is off a little bit. Let's hope that's in. So there are multiple designs to do today. These have foiling, and then you can color them. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going to take a couple of these, and tear them off. And I'm just trimming these down to fit my cards. Now, this wasn't my original idea. But I thought it was such a cute idea. Now, you can leave the holes on there if you want. They're kind of cute. Or you can trim the whole card down. It's really up to you what you want to do. So let me just trim. We'll do 2, and then I'll show you how I finish them. So let's go ahead and trim this one right here. Save the bottom part. I know it's a little short, but we can still use that. Let's see how this looks. It's a little bit wide. I love this though because it's got the foiling. It has the nice little lines on there. It's really perfect for the backs of these. So I'm running just a bit of glue on there. Make sure I have it right side up. You know, with how my day's been going, it would not surprise me if I glued the list upside down. Okay. So there we go. It's super fast and easy. And I just want to finish this out a little bit. So what I'm going to do on that one is grab some washi tape and just throw a bit on the bottom. And it finishes that list off. It adds a little bit of fun to it, and it makes the whole thing really festive. I mean, really, there. So the front is there, and we have this right here. And what I'm going to do is pull out that ribbon. This is super simple. I just squeezed it to make a V, so it's kind of layered on itself. I'm going to hold that up here at the top in the middle. Use your tiny attacher, or you could use glue and just staple that in there and then trim this. So it's a great way, now you're repeating the glittery ribbon when you go and stick this in your pocket. Whoops, I could get on camera for that. So you see how fun it is to do that. So really simple. Now, how are you going to know who the list is for? Actually, I should probably finish another one, and then I can, let's do the fa la la one real quickly. So I had that partial list, and that's okay. Let's go ahead and trim a little bit off. I think I'm going to keep the holes on there. I kind of like the list look to that. I think it's kind of fun. What do you guys think? I think I'm just going to glue this on and trim it off manually. It's so much easier. Remember, these are just to-do lists. They don't have to be perfect. You're going to end up throwing them in your purse. We just want them to be a little bit cute when they're in our planner. Okay, so for this one, definitely need some washi. And I think I'm going to just pull out some polka dot. Oh, it has polka dot on there already. Oh well. It is what it is. Try to keep it straight. If you guys are not washi hoarders, you have got to join the club. Prima has some really cute retro ones that I've been saving forever. Ooh, what about this really skinny gold one? I gotta find that. Anyway, they're not really Christmassy, so they don't match really well. But yeah, washi tape, so fun. Now, and look at this. I just used a partial list that normally you probably would have thrown away because it didn't fit anything. But we dolled it up with some washi tape. And it is, so these two are ready to be decorated. So let me just move everything and show you how I brought the kids' names in on these. And I'm going to have to do 2 of the kids that can't watch the show. Okay, totally lost my other list. Here we go. And on this one, I won't do ribbon. I'll probably do one of our really cute clips, okay, when it gets stuck in the planner. But just for stamping purposes, I'm going to just leave that like that right now so it's nice and flat. So I'm going to pull in the Prima Press alphabets. Now, if you haven't seen this, they are available at stores, and Hobby Lobby has these. It comes with this little blue block, and then you can put the letters on there. Let me grab the blue block. Like this, so all the letters are evenly attached on there. They're kind of like a Lego. But I don't like to do that. I don't mind it being a little bit crooked and whimsical. Plus, this way I can put my names on and squeeze them in. If you have a really long name, which I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do Amariah. Let's do that one in green. So, Amariah's name is so long. So, I'm just picking it up, inking it. I'm going to start stamping away. And yeah, you should wash these in between. But, or stamp them on a wet wipe. You see how easy this is? Super fun. Another thing with these Prima Press letters, if you ever do those clay ornaments, I found them on Pinterest, and I've done them now for a couple years. These alphabets can be used to impress the clay, and they're beautiful. They're the perfect size for that. Is that not in focus? Okay, sorry about that. So there, we have her name stamped in there, so I know this is her list. She won't be able to see it because it'll be in my planner like this, but I can then write down everything she's asked for. Hang on, I do have her list. Here it is. This is the official one. So I did one already, and everything she's asked for, and I just make a little dot if I got it. So if you're like me and you cannot remember what you bought for people, or you're out at the store and you're like, oh my gosh, who am I missing? Like, which child didn't get enough? These are the perfect cards. Just slip the clips off and stick them in your purse. So, and they can be different sizes. Use your scrap paper up on these. Okay, so let's do one more. This would be for Madeline. Now, she's my other granddaughter, and she can't read, and so we'll be safe if she sees the show. My boys will purposely come on here just to see if I showed their list, so that's why I can't show you theirs. But I love this idea. I love that you can personalize and just do fun little things with your paper scraps. That's why I do pockets in every month. But for December, okay, where'd my Y go? It's probably right in front of my nose, right? I had it earlier. There we go. For December, you need pockets. You need lists. They will help your life. They help me. They help me keep organized. I also have the Christmas menu on one of my lists. And, okay, where's my Madeline? And I had, what else did I have? Games that we're going to play. We do minute to win it games with the kids at Christmas, because a lot of our kids are older, or at least grown up somewhat, and they love the different games like that. So here's Madeline's official list. Don't tell her. And I was going to tell you, you don't have to glue the list down if you don't want. You could totally just slide it in here, so it's kind of hidden when it's in your planner, and you can just pull that part out. So either way works, and then you decorate it like that. Let me show you a couple other samples that I have done, and I'm going to move. These are the Prima Press alphabet letters. I'm just going to move those off stage. And then the chalk edgers, I pulled out some for Christmas, and they're just really cute. So I have a bunch of different lists made. Johnny, this is Johnny's, but don't tell him. He's not a peeker, so that's okay. This is my to-do list, things I need to order, things I need to get done. And I punched a little tab for the top of this one. So let me just show you that real quickly. So this is just this, you need this if you're going to do planners. You can punch your own tabs and really just use the leftover paper. You can, I think you're supposed to punch 2 for each tab that you really want. I can't see this very well. Normally I open that window up so I can see exactly where I'm punching. So you would punch your 2 tabs and then just glue them, match them up, like say on, let me grab a card I haven't done a top to. They're like all over here and I have them all done. Okay, so like on this one, you would glue it on there and then glue the other side right here. And then match them up and you got a cute little pull tab on your card. So lots of different ways to do this. So I have to do a list for Carrie. Someone's complaining on our chat. Let me find one that's empty. She says she needs one. Seriously, where are all my lists? Okay, you see why I need pockets to keep me organized? It's not enough that there's 16 people in our family now. I have to add Carrie. We'll just stamp Carrie on this one. She really wants it, so I'm doing it. I just gotta find the letters. There's an A and a C. You know, this class is called the Naughty or Nice. So you could totally put the naughty kids in one side of your planner and the nice ones in the other, and I will not tell you where she's going. Which side she's going to end up on. But I wanted to point out you can also color these lists. So if you're in a drive-through or picking up your kids and you're working on the list, you can totally sit there and color away. There, do you feel better? Look, I was off camera doing that. I forget when I zoom in. Okay, there we go. So really fun, simple ideas. This was seriously just an extra piece of paper. It's really tall. I cut out one of the little cards to fit, and I have my meal plan on here. So I have at a glance when the kids are like, okay, Mom, what do you want us to bring? I can assign people to this, and then I have a record. If they come back and say, you didn't say that, which happens all the time, I can say, hello, it was right here in my planner, and you're marked on it. So anyway, let's grab some of these, and we will start sticking them back in our planner. But I wanted to show you, I did decorate the sides of some of these. So this one has gold foiling. Whoops, sometimes I go the wrong way with the light. So you can totally go and foil these cards too, and I think it's kind of fun to bring in some of the other colors. It's okay to mix your gold and your silver and whatnot. So again, you would just put the glue pen right here on the edges and then apply your foil sheet. I have been really messy with the foil sheet, and it still comes out and it still works. Look at that! It's such a cute, fun way to put a little sparkle in your planner, a little sparkle in your life. Look at that. There you go. Super easy and such a fun way to decorate your little list. So then you get your pockets back. We're going to stick some of these in now that I probably stole a few I already had done, but that's okay. Some of these aren't foiled yet, but you get the idea, right? Oh, we need a striped one up here. And maybe a super long one. You can see how they all fit in here really nicely. And then your kids aren't going to know what you're getting them. You'll be super organized. Oh, here's one with the little tab. Where are all mine? And then you want to put some of our clips on. So I'm grabbing some that kind of match. The flowers the little fabric bows. Look at that. They're so cute. And I would go 3 ribbons in each pocket because I have to be really balanced here. It's just my personality. So I have 2 red ribbons over here and way too many flowers. Let's go like this. So if you're setting up your planner and you want to put your stuff in, I would do 1 gray flower on each one, maybe 2 or 3 white flowers, and then 3 red ribbons. And then you can decorate your pocket. Let's do that. I'll stop fidgeting with these little cards. You get the idea, right? You get that. So you just stick all your little lists in there and you are good to go. And all we have left now is to decorate it. And what I'm going to do for that is pull out the ephemera. Hang on, it's in my pile of stuff. We need some glue dots. I love the ephemera for this. So on my original pages, I had the big Santa Claus and, oh, this is cute. There are trees, lots of really cute pieces. Let me just move this up so you can see some of these. These are in the ephemera pack, and I've already used a bunch. So how cute is that? So I'm going to open it up, and we're going to go ahead and pull some more out. And you'll see that Santa in there. And then lots of labels. That would be really, really good for Christmas gifts. All right. Oh my gosh. These are so cute. I think I used one of these to decorate one of my cards. Okay. This is always the hardest part, figuring out what you're going to use. So let's put Merry Christmas here. And I want to stick in, oh, that little bird is adorable. Oh my gosh, it's going to be too difficult. I probably just need to stick with my plan. Put Santa over here. What do you guys think? Oh, that little ball is adorable. It's going over here with Christmas. So we'll get going. I'm going to pop just 1 layer up so that I can slide some things underneath it. That's all. I know in your planner you want things to be kind of flat, right? And then this one will just be tucked in underneath. My glue pen, I keep using these. I can't tell you how much you're going to be pulling that thing out and using it. And then what are we going to do on the other side? We need Santa and we need a saying. Oh, that's cute. The Dear Santa? Or It's the Season. I actually use this on the other one, so we'll do that one. So Santa's going to go on there flat. I'm just gluing the bottom part because he's going over a pocket, so he doesn't need the top of them adhered. And then we will put some foam dots on this side and a little bit of glue and kind of just layer that on there like this. Okay, what else is on there? I had a white clip down here. I just want to show you real quickly. It looked like it was attached to Santa, but it wasn't. It's just down here in this pocket. I'm not sure I can recreate this again. We'll try. Maybe Santa was up a little bit more. And I took one of our magnetic bows, and these stick to anything metal, so it was totally stuck onto the clip like this. Yeah, I definitely had a shorter card, or my Santa was up higher. But it was so cute because it looked like the bow was on his pack like that. I will bring out the original and show you as soon as we finish decorating. I only have one more thing to put on here, and they are little planter flowers. I think that's all I have left. So we want to just put a couple flowers, maybe 2 on each page, and just make it look kind of cute. These are really tiny, and they will not put a lot of bulk on your planner either. Okay, let's do 5. I have 5 here. and then it'll look extra festive. And my naughty or nice thing will be totally done. All right, let me zoom out just a bit so you can catch both pages. So there we go. Do you guys have any questions? I don't think I forgot anything, but it's possible. I'm going to pull up the originals real quickly so you can kind of see. I know these are busy, 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 and I stole some of the cards, so we'll have to put them back into our original. But once you get it into your planner, put your pages back in there. And then we're going to stick our cards back in. My whole desk is filled with pretty little Christmas things. You can go ahead and put things back in here and make it look super cute again. Like that. And you can see how the bow fit on that clip somehow. It just worked out that way. So there we go. Hopefully you guys will get your Prima planners out and make yourself a little Christmas dashboard or pocket like this. Pull out the Sweet Peppermint papers. They're adorable. They're vintage plus fresh, soft colors in one. And then just have fun with it. Use your paper scraps to make the cards and pockets and decorate them. Get some flower clips so that you can keep your lists organized, and then just have fun with it. So thank you guys for joining me today. This is our Breathe Planner. It's the white one with the black polka dots, and I just did the December spread with pockets using Sweet Peppermint. And I just want to thank you all for coming today. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.